There we go. We are recording. And again, my name is Leslie Jackson. We are going to be discussing a way to streamline your client experience within the opportunity pipeline. So I have a question for you. And if you're watching this recording, great. And if you're here live in the class with me, even better. My question is, are you using the opportunity pipeline to ensure that you are following up with your people, or are you just using the opportunity pipeline to get paid? This is where we get to be really honest together. Go ahead and place in the chat. Oops, now I lost my, there we go.
Okay.
Got more people coming in. Welcome, welcome. Make sure that you're also on mute, please. Who's not on mute? Okay, yeah, go ahead and mute yourself just so I don't have any background noise in this class today and also in the recording. Okay. So my question is, are you using opportunities just to get paid? And if the answer is yes, it's okay. I've got you. I'm going to help you understand truly how to use the opportunity pipeline to help your clients. Not just yourself, but your clients. And when I talk about clients, I also talk about like servicing your clients, communicating with your clients. And oh, I have some new agents here and a new KW associate. Amazing. This is great. This is a great way to begin. Yeah, you're using it because it's part of getting paid. And so I'm going to take it up another level for y'all. Are you ready for that? I'm excited to do that for you. Now, the biggest thing is that the opportunities and why it matters to streamline is not only being more efficient, but I'm going to show you how it will be helpful to provide a better experience for your clients, as well as converting prospects. The other goal of this class is to really simplify how to move your clients from a lead to closing them. So we're going to discuss how to do that together in today's class. I will show you a tactical way, and I'm also going to provide a way to be strategic with this goal. Okay. So left side of the screen, I'm going to go ahead and show opportunities. I'm going to click there. I love that we have a good sized class today. Go ahead and drop in the chat too what market center you're with, so I know. All right, here we are, opportunities. So as you can see, I'm going to walk you through just the simplicity of what we're about to dive into. We obviously have the listing side. We also have a buyer side. And of course, we also have a lease side. Today, my sole focus is going to be providing you tips and tricks on how to use your opportunity pipeline to communicate with your database. And when I show you, you'll be able to replicate this on both sides of the buy side and the list side. Okay. Now, we call this a digital pipeline, as well as a way to ensure that you don't drop the ball in communicating with your people who have raised their hand and said, I am ready to buy or sell, and they have given you a time frame. Okay. Most people will say, well, I have so many people in my database. They've told me that they're ready to buy or sell, but I haven't placed them in my opportunity pipeline yet. I'm going to teach you today that is what you shouldn't be doing. Okay. What you should be doing is when somebody raises their hand and says, yes, Tina, I'm ready to buy or sell, and it's not going to be until mid-August. Okay, great. Not until mid-August. That gives me the idea that you have already committed and there is a reason why you need to sell. There's something happening in your life that you have a timeline on. Now it's up to me to ensure that you get as much information as possible between now and August so that you know that I am your agent of choice, right? Because when we don't provide information and we don't stay in connection or communication with them, and by golly, you forget because, hey, we're all human, and you look up and it's August and they've sold their home with somebody else. That is exactly what we don't want. So I'm helping you be proactive here by not only communicating with your clients, but also to ensure that they know that you are there every single step of the way, even before they sign that agreement. Because now you're just showing them that you are on top of your game, you're communicating like a rock star, you're over communicating and asking and checking in with their needs, right? So now you're like, it's incredible how we feel as a consumer when somebody said, yeah, I actually will check in on you when you're ready, right? But to check in on you proactively is like the wow experience. So we want referrals, we want testimonials, we want our forever clients to be with us, right? So that is what the opportunity pipeline is for. It's not just to get paid. It's to help you win prior to setting the appointment, prior to them going active. So I'm going to walk you through how to streamline this communication with your people. Here we go. Get ready. I'm going to click in on Cultivate. Okay. Now, as you can see in Cultivate, I have nurture 1 to 3 months, midterm nurture 3 to 6 months, long-term nurture 6 to 9 months, and I also have a 12-month spot. This is where you say, oh my gosh, Leslie, this is amazing. I'm going to go find all these people that raise their hand and I'm going to go place them in their time frame in the Cultivate section. So step 1, all right? I coach and train a lot of agents, and I've noticed that this isn't being done all the time. But here's where it gets really exciting if and when you do this. Not only are you going to be proactive in reaching out with them, but it will provide your GCI on every opportunity card. And what's amazing about that, not only will it provide your commissions, but it will project your potential income. It's amazing when we actually see numbers written down and projected income versus not knowing. I don't have any business. I don't know when my next person's coming. I have no idea who's in my pipeline. No more excuses. This is what you'll do. Okay. So you're going to go ahead and I will walk you through every single stage and how I got my screen to look like that. I will walk you through that. So right now I'm going to click on Cultivate. See how it says nurture 1 to 3 months, midterm 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 12. You're going to select stages and checklists at the upper right-hand corner of your screen. Once you click there, it's going to provide a way for you to rename everything that you see on your screen to what I have. Now, I get it. We all think differently. Maybe you're like, well, I like what you have, Leslie, but I want to tweak it to be just a tad different. Cool. You could do that. This is just a foundational way for you to get you started, especially if you're new to KW and new to our tech, or maybe you're a seasoned agent and you're like, I am not even using our tech the way I should, right? Like it's just a great foundational way. So right-hand side of the screen, you're going to select the pencil and you're going to rename the stage. Nurture 1 to 3 months, save. Next one. Midterm nurture, 3 to 6 months, save. Long-term nurture, 6 to 9 months, save, and so on and so forth. Now, the really cool thing is you can see these arrows on each one. You can actually rearrange things, okay, the way you want. You can also delete And you could also add more stages. Because hey, if you want to be that person that's like, um, really thorough, maybe you add a stage that says still needs a time frame. Because I know that that can also be another excuse or reason, I should say, another reason why you haven't gotten the time frame from that person. Cool. A lot of KW partners here. Welcome, KW Aspire, Colorado Springs. Amazing. Welcome, welcome. And again, for those of you who just joined me, my name is Leslie Jackson. I'm here to teach you how to streamline and communicate to your pipeline and not drop the ball with your clients and yourself. So this is what we're up to. And if for any reason you came in late, don't worry. These recordings will be on our KW Colorado Regional YouTube channel. And I'll ensure that you get that prior to ending today's training, okay? All right, so now I've showed you real quick on how to rename these stages. The next thing that you're gonna do is add checklist items to every single stage that you've created. Now, these checklist items are where you really take communicating to the next level to your soon-to-be clients and also clients, okay? So again, today's course is Lead to Close, and we're building a client experience. We're also building an experience for you to stay on course, to complete tasks, and to not forget to do something you said you were going to do in that listing presentation or buyer consultation, right? Like you're showing up and you're being like, hi, everyone. My name is Leslie, or my name is Tina, and I am going to sell your house this way. I have a marketing package. I have stagers. I have professional photographers. I will be creating ad sets for your listing. I have the best technology. I'm going to create a home search for you, right? Like all of these things encompass why they hired you. Now, what you get to do is you get to place all the things that you said that you were going to do inside your opportunity stages, and you're going to hold yourself accountable, and you're going to send a list to everything that you did to that seller or buyer to share with them that you have integrity with your word. And you're going to over communicate everything to them because you're a rock star through your pipeline. And they're going to be like, wow, she is on point. I highly recommend her over and over again. That's what we want. Okay. So this is just the beginning of that end goal. Make sense? So when you come to my trainings, not only are you getting how to, but you're also getting strategy. So nurture 1 to 3 months. Let's look at Leslie's checklist items. I'm going to click on 0 out of 6. And it's going to say, call contact to set up an appointment for a walkthrough. Set up lead on an equivalent smart plan. Send a thank you card. Create a Facebook ad and target the audience. By the way, you could do that in Command. Come see me for my social media classes next week. Okay. Send lead marketing packet. Call to check in about their timeline. These are all things that we can do as an agent to proactively nurture and cultivate this relationship. Okay. These are just ways and examples. All right. So now you're thinking your wheels are turning. And what I'd like for you to do, just in like these, like let's take 10 seconds together. And what I'd like for you to do is write down how you cultivate someone, how you follow up with somebody that is saying, hey, I'm ready, but just not now. How do you stay in front of them? So take 10 seconds, write those steps down. For example, I call them to check in on them after they've told me. Great. We're going to make that a checklist item. Step 2, I place them on a monthly neighborhood nurture. Great checklist item. Let's do that too. So get really granular with your steps on how you follow up and stay ahead. 10 seconds. Here you go. Your time. All right, how'd you do? Anybody want to share? Anybody? Anybody? Who wants to share how they cultivate and follow up? Tina? Oh, you're muted. You're muted. You're muted. Ask to unmute. There you go. Yay, Tina. Tina for the win.
Well, I'll call or text them, but sometimes I think I'm overdoing it
Okay.
and, don't know if I'm overpowering them, with too much information. And I just need to pretty much say the right things to keep them involved so it doesn't seem like I'm bugging them.
Ah, I see that. I understand that. Okay, yeah. And so now it's a matter of knowing your audience, right? Like, so, you know, put the feelers out of building rapport and getting connected. Face to face is always the best way to build rapport. And
Mm-hmm.
the Ford model is a great way to build rapport, family, occupation, recreation, and dreams, right? So getting into that, like, let's find something that we have in common together as well will also help. Therefore, when you come back with some more value, it feels like they know you. So I think sometimes the missing link could be a face-to-face conversation and building rapport.
Yeah, sometimes it's easier with people that I've just met than
Yeah.
it is with friends and family.
Yeah. Understand that. Yep. 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 Okay. Cool. All right. Now you're gonna do this for every single stage. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So I'm going to head back to Cultivate and you're going to build out your checklist items for midterm nurture, long-term nurture, and 12 months. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and click on 0 out of 3 and it's going to show you send direct mailer, update smart plan, add content for appointment for scripts. So as you go through each stage, you'll come in and add those checklists. So I'm going to head to stages and checklists again. We're going to head over to 0 out of 4 items and I'm going to add a task. I'm going to say call contact to check in on timeline. I'm going to make this a call task. I'll enter a description. I'll say 3 to 6 months out. Has anything changed? Are you still liking your home search? You can even add a priority level, high, medium, or low. We'll put that as high. You can even set a due date. On smart due date, this would mean if somebody had, let's say, an inspection date, that would be already added into the opportunity, okay? But we're gonna stay focused on the task at hand, and that is for our clients. So as you can see, what is this? Aha, it's called client updates. When we start building our checklist items for every single stage and phase in the opportunity pipeline, this will show up. Now, the really cool thing is when we get to say, like, hey, I added you on a neighborhood nurture, I'm going to check this as a client update. What command will do once this occurs, when I check it, it will send out a list of line items that I've checked to that client to let them know that was completed. So now they're seeing your work in progress. This happens a lot with buyers. This happens a lot with sellers. What did you do to sell my house? You said you were going to do all these things. Where are you at in the process? Right? Don't you hear that all the time? The proactive communication and over communication is how you win with people. Nobody ever complains about over communicating. So even Tina, to your point, Maybe I'm coming off too much. Well, there is that song and dance of building rapport and getting to know that person. And yet when they do know us, over communicating what our service is will always win. All right. Now, how does this happen? I'm going to head back to listings. I'm going to say, I'm going to click on this opportunity. So step one is head back, click on the opportunity. It'll pull us into the opportunity details. And as you can see in the upper right-hand corner of my screen, it says client updates are turned on. What you'll do is, oops, let me head back. You're going to say client updates, and then you're going to toggle this on. Now, you get to decide when your client updates are then automatically sent out from your command email. The beautiful thing is, all you have to do is select what you completed that you want them to know about. And that's all you do after that. Because this, my friends, will automatically send them everything that you've done via email. This just has to be turned on. So all you'll do is click this on. You'll pick a time that it will be turned on, AM or PM. And it will automatically pull that contact in to receive that list because the contact is connected to the opportunity. You don't have to worry about a thing. You can even preview it by clicking preview. And this is the email that they would receive. Now, this is a stock image, so don't worry about that. This is just an example of what this person would look like. But we are checking things off a list. Here's a summary of all the things that were completed. Those things in their email will show up down below based on what you've provided. It's as simple as that, my friends. So really, the main focus here is turning on your client updates and ensuring that your sales pipeline is filled with checklist items for every single phase and stages inside every single opportunity that you have. Make sense? So what I want you to do today, because this is recorded, is you're going to go back to this recording and you're going to repeat the same steps that I told you for Cultivate inside Appointment. You can rename this to whatever you'd like by clicking on Stages and Checklists, adding those checklist items by clicking on the checklist box, and adding those checklists as you go for that particular stage. You're going to repeat that for every single thing inside the pipeline. You're going to repeat it for Cultivate, Appointment, Active, Under Contract, and Closed. Now, go back to my recording. Ensure that you've clicked on and repeated those steps. Ensure that your client updates are turned on for where you want them to be turned on, and maybe turned off for where you don't need them. And that, my friends, is value proposition. It's being sent over and over to your people. That's it. Okay. But now you have to go do the work. Do you guys have any questions? Okay. And now what's really beautiful about this is it is customizable. So how Tina follows up with somebody versus how Morgan follows up with somebody versus how John follows up with somebody, you all are also different, right? And there's no wrong or right way. But the follow-up is all about how you do it and what makes you special as an agent. Cool. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure that this video is being converted and recorded and place it up on our YouTube